Hi, my name is Julie McCoubry, and this is my final reflection. To access this, you go up here. My address is for my domain is jmccoubry.weebly.com, and I titled my final reflection A Look Back. So this was just an opportunity to look over this past semester in the CWID class. I found the class to be enjoyable, even though I'm not a big gamer. I originally signed up for the class because it was the only CWID that was available, and I was told that I needed to take that class during my first semester at CWID. But I really did enjoy it, and there were some assignments that had some great impact on me. So my favorite assignment was the time management assignment. During this course, there were a lot of different assignments that really resonated with me, but this assignment on priority management was probably the one that hit closest to home. It really made me sit down and think about where my classes were. Um, as you know, I did have a couple of classes that are a couple of assignments that did not get turned in, and most of the time it was because I either A, didn't document them well enough and know that they were coming due, or B, it was because I ran out of time and I didn't use my time wisely. So this course was one that I really needed. In this instance, this time management is something that I really struggled with. So this is my schedule that I had created at the time of the class. And one of the things that I had never thought about was actually getting ready in the morning and the commute driving to and from work. Depending on traffic, it can be anywhere from a 20-minute drive to an hour-long drive. And so I never really thought about that before. And I found that very helpful. And it helped me kind of lay out how my days would look and doing homework and actually having time for my family because I do have a over full-time job. I work about a 55-hour week and then also taking class full time, and then I also have my kids and my husband. So making sure that they have attention as well. So this actual assignment was very beneficial to me. The second one was my least favorite assignment, and probably not just mine, but it was setting the goals. Um, the reason why this one I really struggled with this one is because goals are not something that I'm very good at. I have a really bad habit of picking something that is way out of reach and not setting up any kind of stepping stones or any bite-sized tasks to be able to reach that goal. I just think I'm suddenly going to be able to reach this goal that's astronomically high. So this project really made me stretch myself on how that this works. And so we did this brainstorming, and I really struggled with this brainstorming because I had to do, family, fun, money, personal growth, health stuff, my business, all of that. And I at first was like, oh, this will be easy. And it wasn't as easy as I thought. And I managed to do it, but I actually had to sit down and say, okay, is this something that I can actually do? And so it really made me grow. It really stretched me, and I felt that this assignment was very important. It will never be my favorite assignment. It will always be my least favorite assignment throughout any class is goals. But I'm so glad that it was part of this curriculum because it really helped me. Now, out of all of the most valuable assignments, I really felt that the academic planning was the most valuable, which you might find amusing because if you look at my grades, I did not turn this assignment in, kick myself in the butt every time. Um, I did not give myself nearly enough time, and that was 100% on my bad. But this assignment was by far the most valuable to me. Part of the problem was is that when I originally signed up, I really wasn't sure what I was doing, and so I just signed up for the core classes that I knew that I had to take. And so past this class, I had no idea what I was required to do. So I didn't know how many credits I needed to apply. I didn't know what classes fit the GEM quotas. And so I was digging in and reading about these classes and what criteria was needed to meet the GEM. And what all these classes were for, and were they something I was interested in or not. Um, Actually, I do have it all laid out now. Even though I did not turn this in, I still went ahead and finished this assignment because I did find it very helpful. And I laid out everything that I'm planning on doing through graduation because it was that valuable to me. And even when I realized, oh crap, it's past time to turn it in, I still finished it when and made sure that it was done because it was that important to me. So I would really encourage you to keep this assignment. It really helped me draw out what I needed to do to graduate, and now I can just kind of follow it to my graduation. I don't have to stress about it anymore. For me personally, I felt that the least valuable assignment was actually for the Chapter 11 worksheet for the test prep and performance. Part of the reason why didn't really find it helpful is that the chapter was great on talking about preparing for testing, and it gave me some great ideas. But in the past couple of weeks, we had been talking about note taking, and you had introduced us to the Cornell style of writing notes, which I really enjoyed. And we talked about studying and making sure you're building a connection and what to do with your notes after class. And so I kind of felt like this assignment was a bit redundant, and it just was more like busy work. Um, I did it, and I apologize right now. My handwriting is atrocious when I'm writing things out, and so I did this assignment, but I didn't really feel like I gained anything from it. To an extent, I almost felt like I was regurgitating what I read in the book and maybe tailoring it towards me a little bit, but I really felt like we had covered most of this already and it wasn't nearly as valuable. So, out of all of the assignments that we went through, this is the one that I guess I would quote the most unworthy. I mean, I still felt that there was some worth in it, but if there was any assignment you would drop, then this would probably be the one that I would vote for. Okay, so my perspective. Um, just some of my thoughts about this course. When I came back to school, I'd been out of school for over 14 years, and I still felt like my study skills were just fine. I took notes in meetings at work and all of these things. I helped my kids with their schoolwork, and I didn't really see the value of this course, and now I realize that I was incredibly mistaken, and I probably would have fallen on my face much worse this semester if it hadn't been for this class. Um, there were some great assignments that forced me to improve my study habits. The big ones were the note taking and the priority management. Um, you asked about which assignments that I excelled in, and it's really anything that has to do more of a comprehension assignment where I'm reading something and then I have to apply critical thinking and write it out. Any writing assignments like the 5 by 5 essay, they're fun for me. I get to stretch my creativity a little bit and write about, in my own words instead of trying to fit it into a worksheet. So things like that I actually really enjoy, and I feel like those are my strengths. Um, I have a lot of fears about coming back to school. I conquered a few. My priority management is doing much better, and I'm currently addressing my fears around goals. I have realized that if I want to succeed in the school, I have to be able to set goals. And so your assignment really made it so that they're more bite sized. I can be more strategic about them. Um, my biggest fear when I started was managing my time efficiently. And after doing the priority management assignment, I realized I can handle this. I just need to work on it more. Out of all of the strategies I have learned this semester, note taking and priority management were the two assignments that will be most effective and that I will continue to use. I've already started using the Cornell style of note taking. I've always found it easier to rewrite my notes in my own words, so that Cornell style of note taking really kind of fits into my own aesthetic in writing notes. And so I found those to be really helpful because now I can rewrite it and I'm building that connection with rewriting it in my own words. So I like that a lot. Going forward, I can see my stress level causing a lot of problems. The big thing is going to be about prioritizing assignments. In the past, assignments have slipped past me because I wasn't paying enough attention, and I can't do that. So to address this, I did get a planner. It goes with me everywhere I go. and I put in every assignment as soon as I get it. The other thing I do is I automatically estimate an extra hour for my assignment. I have a tendency to underestimate, so as soon as I go, oh, this will take me about 2 hours, I immediately go 3 hours, and I book that out in my planner is that this assignment will take me 3 hours, and where in my schedule can I put this 3 hour block with maybe a 15-minute break in the middle so that I'm not going crazy, so that I'm not as stressed for time. So yeah, this is my page, and I thank you so much for letting me be in your class. I really enjoyed it.